everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today we are here with a super simple one-page layout. I am trying to finish up my December kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. And so I had these 3 papers and one other left over. I am saving the other one for a picture I don't have printed yet. So I did want to use as much as the kit as I could, and so I decided to do a layout with these papers. And this cut file here came with the kit as well. It says Shine Bright, so I knew I wanted to use this. So I decided to back this cut file with the red brick. Luckily, the papers kind of go with the shirt my son has on. He's got on the plaid shirt, and there's some red and yellow in it and some blue. So I kind of lucked out there that it does kind of match. So the picture is kind of funny. So it's a school picture from when he was in preschool, but I've already given away all the big pictures, and I have, the 8x10 in a frame in the house. So the front of the school pictures has a nice bigger picture of him, and with the date already below it. So I decided to fussy cut that off of the front page, and I just like how I like the size of it, and that it already has the year on it. I didn't have to search for the year. I didn't have to title it. It was already on it. So I cut that out beforehand, and that is the picture that I was going to use. Otherwise, they were going to be probably like 2x3 or even smaller, and I knew that was going to be the only picture on it. So that is the picture that I'm using. And sorry, just trying to fill in the space. I was fussy cutting the cut file here, and I actually did it different than I usually do. Usually I will trace it with a pencil on the paper and then cut it out and then glue it. This time I decided to glue it right to the paper, which is way different than normal. I think I did it because it was a nice, simple shape. But the thing I didn't realize, the bottom was not straight. It had the letters on it. So that part was a little bit tricky. One kind of trick that I did learn while cutting it is if I have my scissors kind of at an angle, I can kind of sneak under the cut file and kind of cut the paper that I backed it with a little bit better. So I did do that quite a bit. And then with this yellow, I decided just to make a huge flag across the paper, and so I just am cutting that. It is a nice paper. It's chevron on one side and polka dots on the other, but I decided to go with the chevron there, and so I used that. And then the back side of the brick was like this lighter blue kind of shingled paper, and so I wanted to incorporate that because there is some blue like on the date and stuff and in his shirt, and the red is just so bright. So I decided to cut another little strip and do a smaller flag there, and I'm just going to layer that on top of the yellow one. The branding strip at the top had nice small red brick, so you can see that on the paper there. I thought maybe I would place that under the yellow paper, but I don't end up placing it there. I did go ahead beforehand as well. In the December kit for Not Just for Boys, the ephemera was the Vicky Booten Storyteller collection. And there are a lot of large pieces, some of which are school themed. Earlier you saw that 2x2 or 2+2=4 card that was out of that ephemera kit, and I wanted to use that up because I don't know when I am going to use it, but the color of it just did not go with the other blues in the picture, or in the layout, sorry. And so I decided against it. So I did go through the ephemera beforehand and just pick some things that I thought maybe I would want to use. So you'll see a couple others pop up. There was that ruler that I thought maybe I would use, because that date, the blue date, does kind of blend into the uh, kind of blue shingled paper. And so I kind of did want something under the picture to break that up. So that's why I had brought in the ruler but decided against it, and instead I am going to use the branding strip here and kind of layer that just to break those two colors up because they are so similar. So quite honestly, it's almost the end of the layout. I usually try to embellish more, but for some reason with the big date and the kind of bigger cut file, I decided not to embellish too much. So there were these other flags here that had some sayings on them. Write your own story and just be yourself. And I thought that was appropriate just for the school picture and whatnot. So I am going to glue down the cut file. There's another piece I had picked out that maybe I would use just to try to use it up, because like I said, I don't know when I'm going to use those large pieces again, especially since I have pretty much used up my papers for the kit. So I do end up moving down the cut file, I think off camera. The bright is kind of rounded, and you can see the base paper, the wood grain paper, and I just didn't like that, so I brought that down so it's over top completely on the yellow there. So I do just glue down the two flags there. Like I said, super simple layout. I did think I was going to use the sequins that came in the kit to try to use that up. You can see me grab it right here, but the colors just didn't match. They were more kind of purples and teals, and these colors were just so much more brighter that I just didn't think they matched that well. So here are the close-ups. Like I said, it's super simple, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys.